What if everything you thought you knew about Jesus Christ was only the beginning of a deeper, more cosmic story? Imagine discovering that this iconic figure, revered by billions, might have origins far beyond our earthly realm. In today's video, we'll embark on an eye-opening journey to explore whether Jesus could have been a starseed, an advanced spiritual being sent from higher dimensions to elevate human consciousness. This perspective may seem radical, even controversial. Yet, as we venture into the teachings of hypnotherapist and metaphysical researcher Dolores Cannon, you'll see how her findings invite us to question mainstream assumptions and look within for deeper spiritual truths. The concept of Jesus as a cosmic messenger taps into the heart of quantum spirituality and the emerging idea of a 5D consciousness. It challenges the boundaries between the material and the divine, encouraging us to see ourselves and each other as part of an interconnected tapestry. Throughout this exploration, we'll delve into the radical love, compassion, and forgiveness Jesus taught, and how these principles echo the traits often attributed to starseeds or lightworkers. Whether you view Jesus as a divine teacher, a star, being, or simply a profound historical figure, this revelation is certain to spark new insights about your own spiritual potential. Stick with us to the end and remember, this just might be the key to unlocking the boundless love and wisdom that resides within us all. To understand the possibility of Jesus as a starseed, we first turn to the research of Dolores Cannon, a pioneering regressionist who spent over 4 decades using hypnosis to uncover hidden dimensions of human existence. Through her past life regression sessions, Cannon documented astonishing testimonies from individuals who recalled lives in other realms or epochs, sharing experiences that transcended conventional religious narratives. Her books, including They Walked with Jesus, propose that spiritual luminaries often come from advanced cosmic origins with one overarching mission: to elevate humanity's consciousness. In Cannon's view, such beings willingly incarnate on Earth to act as beacons of compassion and wisdom in times of great collective need. This notion reframes the biblical accounts of Jesus, from an otherworldly star shining in the night sky, to his miraculous healings and ultimately his resurrection. Seen through this lens, these events speak of a higher vibrational frequency, one that resonates with the key traits commonly associated with starseeds. These traits include heightened empathy, a strong sense of purpose, and a near unconditional willingness to serve. Far from being a fringe idea, this perspective aligns with a growing movement of spiritually curious individuals who believe Earth is undergoing a massive energetic shift. Importantly, Cannon's work doesn't aim to undermine the reverence of Jesus. Instead, it gives us new language to describe the depth of his message. If we consider Jesus not just as a historical or religious figure, but also as a transcendent envoy, the concept of Christ consciousness fits seamlessly into modern discussions about 5D awareness. It all points to a reality where divine love is not exclusive to any one tradition, but is part of a universal design. The question then becomes, how do we, as spiritual seekers, tap into that same frequency of love if indeed Jesus was illustrating its limitless potential as a being from beyond? One of the clearest threads linking Jesus to the starseed concept is his unwavering commitment to unconditional love. At a time when social hierarchies were strictly upheld, Jesus dined with outcasts, healed the untouchables, and forgave even those who persecuted him. These actions mirror the behavior often attributed to starseeds, souls who show compassion without discrimination, striving to elevate the collective vibration of humanity. Instead of dwelling on ritualistic codes, he emphasized a heartfelt connection to the divine, accessible to anyone willing to receive it. His most famous teachings, love your neighbor as yourself and turn the other cheek, challenged the societal norms of retribution and exclusivity. He uplifted those who were cast aside and did so with ease and grace. These lessons, though rooted in a first-century context, carry an ageless resonance. that love is the highest frequency, transcending time, culture, and even the perceived limitations of the human condition. Modern spiritual circles often interpret this as proof of a higher vibrational mission, one aimed at nudging humanity into a new era of consciousness. If Jesus was indeed a starseed, his presence here was no accident. From a metaphysical standpoint, advanced souls or lightworkers volunteer to embody human form, carrying within them an innate understanding of cosmic unity. By performing acts like healing the sick and forgiving his oppressors, Jesus modeled what a higher dimensional being might look like when faced with earthly adversity. It's as though he was demonstrating a blueprint for the spiritual evolution of all who encountered him. Whether you believe he was divine, extraterrestrial, or both, the heart of his mission remains relevant: to guide humanity toward a more compassionate, love-centered way of life. When we think of miracles, turning water into wine, calming storms, healing the incurable, they often evoke a sense of awe that seems far removed from our ordinary reality. Yet these very acts hint at a profound mastery over physical laws, a hallmark often credited to starseeds, who are believed to wield higher dimensional capabilities. Could such feats be evidence that Jesus was in tune with forces beyond our common understanding? Beyond the miracles themselves, the parables he shared carried timeless spiritual truths. He spoke of mustard seeds growing into mighty trees, of prodigal sons finding redemption, and of a kingdom of heaven that was not an external monarchy but a state of consciousness within you. These narratives, simple yet profound, have guided countless souls across centuries. They also resonate with the modern notion that each individual has the power to shift their internal reality, thereby influencing the world around them. In many ways, Jesus was like a cosmic teacher, unveiling universal principles so that even the humblest farmer or the devout pilgrim could grasp them. In metaphysical traditions, advanced beings are known for their ability to manipulate or harmonize with energy at will. From Tibetan masters rumored to control their body temperature in sub-zero conditions, to accounts of clairvoyants who communicate with realms unseen, the theme is consistent. Those connected to higher dimensions can transcend normal physical boundaries. By calming stormy seas or multiplying loaves and fish, Jesus exemplified a force that operates beyond conventional limitations, a signature trait that aligns with starseed-like aptitude. Through these demonstrations, he showed humanity that reality is more malleable than we often assume, hinting that we too hold the capacity to co-create with the divine. In first-century Judea, religious authorities held significant power, maintaining strict observance of ritualistic laws. Into this environment stepped Jesus, challenging not just individual behaviors, but the entire institutional framework. By emphasizing the primacy of love, he rendered rigid legalism obsolete. Starseeds are frequently described as disruptors, beings who incarnate in eras of change to break down old paradigms so a more enlightened understanding can take root. Jesus' approach to the money changers in the temple is a striking example of this disruptive energy. By overturning tables, he symbolically rejected the commercialization of faith. This act was not mere rebellion, it was an invitation to rekindle authenticity in spiritual practice. He urged people to connect with God directly, bypassing institutional gatekeepers who had turned faith into a commodity. Such radical action carries the same spirit as starseeds who feel compelled to stand against injustice or misaligned societal norms, even at great personal cost. Every time Jesus defended the marginalized or spoke against hollow traditions, he challenged the powers that be. Much like many advanced souls described in metaphysical circles, he risked persecution to pave the way for a new spiritual paradigm. This unwavering commitment to truth resonates across millennia. It offers us a blueprint on how to respond when faced with systemic imbalances, with courage, integrity, and an unwavering focus on the greater good. By looking at Jesus as a potential starseed, we can see how his every word and deed was tailored to spark collective awakening, urging humanity to transcend dogma in favor of genuine, heart-centered spirituality. Perhaps the most defining moments of Jesus' life are his crucifixion and resurrection. In the Starseed narrative, this sequence symbolizes an ascension process where a being of higher consciousness willingly endures human suffering to guide others toward transcendence. His crucifixion stands as a profound act of sacrifice, marking the ultimate expression of unconditional love. Despite agony and betrayal, he forgave his oppressors, demonstrating love that surpasses mortal comprehension. The resurrection that followed resonates with the belief that starseeds, or similarly advanced beings, retain a deep awareness of their eternal nature. By emerging from the tomb, Jesus illustrated the triumph of spirit over matter, declaring that the soul's journey does not end with physical death. This narrative of rebirth has inspired countless seekers to envision their own spiritual growth as an unfolding process. In a metaphorical sense, we each face our own crucifixions, moments of despair or loss, followed by opportunities for profound transformation and renewal. Many starseed accounts speak of personal trials and dark nights of the soul, all of which culminate in deeper insight and empathy. This mirrors Jesus' path. By experiencing the extremes of human pain, he could radiate unparalleled compassion. For those who resonate with the Starseed framework, the crucifixion and resurrection underscore a timeless truth. The journey of awakening often demands letting go of the old self so that a higher, more divine aspect of our being can emerge. This is not just a historical event to be admired. It's an invitation for each of us to participate in our own soul's ascension. Beyond the miracles and the resurrection, Jesus' enduring impact lies in the universal resonance of his message. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hurt you. Seek the kingdom within. These are principles that cut across cultures, eras, and belief systems, a testament to their deeply rooted spiritual power. If we interpret Jesus as a starseed, it suggests he was not simply founding a religion, but sowing seeds of universal consciousness destined to flourish on every corner of Earth. Starseeds are thought to operate with an innate sense of unity, seeing beyond divisions of nationality, faith, or social standing. Jesus' life exemplified this. By crossing boundaries and extending compassion to all, he invited humanity to remember our shared essence as divine sparks. Whether you subscribe to the Starseed interpretation or prefer a traditional theological view, the core takeaway remains the same. Unconditional love and spiritual awakening hold the power to transform our world. Today, we see global movements that emphasize unity, consciousness, mindfulness, and the expansion of heart-centered awareness. Movements that seem to echo the very revolution Jesus began. Could it be that starseeds scattered throughout different periods in history serve as catalysts for humanity's evolution? And could Jesus have been one of the greatest among them, forever pointing us toward our cosmic heritage and boundless capacity to love? Whichever stance you adopt, you are invited to see his teachings as a call to live more authentically, to treat others with compassion, and to foster a reality anchored in the highest vibration, love. The idea of Jesus Christ as a starseed is, at once, mesmerizing and challenging. It asks us to consider a broader cosmic tapestry in which advanced souls volunteer to guide humanity toward its next evolutionary leap. Through his life of radical love, miracles that transcended earthly boundaries, and willingness to disrupt societal norms, Jesus illuminated a path for humanity that still sparks transformation today. Whether viewed as a divine incarnation, an extraterrestrial envoy, or simply a profound spiritual teacher, the heart of his mission endures to remind us that love, compassion, and the recognition of our shared divinity can uplift us all. Now the question falls to each of us. How will we respond to this invitation? Will we explore our own capacity for higher consciousness, embracing empathy and purpose as our guiding lights. We stand at a pivotal moment in history where fear and division often collide with profound spiritual awakening. By choosing love, by seeking the spark of the divine within and around us, we carry on the legacy of Jesus in a way that transcends dogma. May this perspective encourage you to delve deeper into your own spiritual journey, bridging ancient wisdom with cosmic possibilities. If this message resonates with you, consider subscribing to our channel and sharing it with someone who might need a reminder of their own limitless nature. Together, we are the co-creators of a brighter, more compassionate world.